It is the Working Class Bowhunter Podcast. Episode, no one really knows what number it is. Nearing 600. Kurt Geyer speaking.
In between 500 and 600.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Do the math.
Eric Hammond.
Doug Schmidt.
Austin Chandler.
Austin Chandler.
Sharing a mic. Austin just turned 40.
Shaved his beard, too.
Yeah. Congrats, bro. Happy birthday.
Oh, man.
Happy birthday.
1 more year.
One more year to death.
Halfway there.
Halfway to dead. In the studio, we have some very special guests that made it all the way here on their long commute. We have the boys from Team Vital, and I want you guys to introduce your sweet, sultry voices one by one so people know who you guys are. Over here next to Doug. Sorry, Doug.
It's an honor. Gage Miller.
You're welcome.
Me, Alex Owens.
And Lucas Holthouse.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Appreciate you guys coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
It's cool that you guys are local to us. The long drive joke was obviously a joke to you guys. To nobody, people are like, "Who? I don't get it." Where are you guys from? What do you do? Who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah, so Alex and I are both from Cambridge. Luke's from Alpha, so I think it was probably like a 25-minute drive.
For you guys.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad at all. And Team Vital is basically just we're a YouTube channel. We probably started around 2019, I would say.
Okay.
And it kind of starts like every story. You start bringing a camera out in the woods, and you kind of fall in love with trying to retell the story with people. And
Yeah.
that's what we just started doing, and we've been doing it. We just finished season 4. Season 5 is filmed, just needs to be edited. And we just love doing it. We just love doing it.
So what made you guys first of all, how did you guys meet? How did it come together? And then how did it become Team Vital? What all kind of added all together? You guys are, oh yeah, we're going to do this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I would say we honestly became good friends over hunting, which is, I think, just a really cool story. Alex, I don't want to take credit for introducing them to hunting, but I think it'd be kind of fair that we kind of bonded over he's had this property and he's like, hey, do you want to check this out with me? I'm like, absolutely. And Luke was kind of in the same boat, and we just kind of bounced ideas off each other and built the friendship over it. And I was with a smaller YouTube channel before that, and I don't want to slander, but the guy was kind of a prick, so I decided
Slander. I don't want to slander.
Yeah, so I was like,
Decided to beat cheeks and get out of there.
I don't want to do it, but the guy was an asshole.
I'm not trying to call him out, but his name was this, his team was this.
No, I know. I told myself I wasn't going to do that. But yeah, so I decided, if I want to do it the way I want to do it, then you got to do it yourself. And
Yeah.
wanted to remain authentic, kind of like what you guys do. And so that's what we did. We kind of came together. I'm like, yeah, let's commit to it. So we all got cameras, and we haven't really hunted without one since. And
That's awesome.
It's going to be awesome. It can also be very frustrating, but I think it's definitely worth it in the long run for sure.
Well, the first time we heard about you guys, so we're good friends with Dana Pace. Dana Pace is our resident shed guy. He's from Cambridge. And for people listening, Cambridge is, like you said, 20 minutes away. Hell, you're from Alpha, which literally from where we're at is what?
4 minutes.
4 minutes,
Damn.
You live where we're from. You guys are from where we're from.
Right, yeah.
But we learned about you guys from Dana and Cam Pace. Cameron's in here with his dad, and they're like, oh yeah, you guys should check out these dudes. And I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to have some local guys on to bullshit, because we don't really have that.
Yeah, we don't get to do that very often.
Never. So it's cool. Like you guys are doing, they spoke highly of you guys, said you guys are doing it right, doing it ethically, and just having a good time with it. So we reached out, and you guys were like, oh yeah, hey, you guys aren't douchebags. Well, I was like, because it's
Not yet. They don't know that yet.
they're gonna leave. They're like, those guys are douchebags.
Those guys suck.
We'll see
That
by
was
the
a
end of it.
mistake.
It's locally, you just wonder what rumor might have gone out about you, whether you could help it or not. Mm-hmm. And so it's if you heard about us, what did you hear, and was it good or bad? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it for sure.
So anyway, you guys are here, so apparently we must not be too big a douchebag. So I appreciate you guys.
No, yeah, I appreciate you having us. And yeah, I'm glad you brought Dane up, because we really appreciate him putting in a good word. He's a good dude.
Yeah. Well, it's he's one of those guys, if he says something about oh yeah, it's good dudes, good hunters, they're doing it right, then it's great judge of character, great reference, right?
for
So,
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this word means a lot.
Yeah. So I was glad you guys could make it in. We scheduled it out. We have to schedule that way in advance, but I'm glad it worked out. So so let's talk about it, man. You guys, what made it form Team Vital? What happened?
I'd say just kind of hunting together. I mean, we do summer prep, and I can think it kind of started there. We'd be with each other damn near every day, every weekend, just grinding out on properties. And we just brought a camera with one time, and like he said, he's been doing the hunting thing with the other guys, and we're like, well, why can't we do this? I mean, we love doing it. I mean, we grind together, and we're always with each other. We got great personalities, so
Might as well film it, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, chicks love us. We're young. Like, talk about how old are you guys? Because I think that's noteworthy now. Like, our audience spans, I mean, from teenagers to, I mean, honestly, some of the guys we've talked to do at shows. I don't know. I think our listener base spans to 70-year-olds. Man, shout out to you guys, you old dusty bastards. We appreciate you. But like,
Dusty old farts.
so just talk about how young you got, because I think that's worth talking about. You know.
Yeah, so I can go first, I guess. So I'm gonna turn 22 actually in a couple days. I'm a student at the University of Illinois. I grew up on a farm outside of here, and been hunting really my whole life. I think I started when I was 4 years old, and I think that was my dad's biggest mistake. Because, I'm just consumed with it, and I really don't even help during harvest or planting because I'm just always doing something. But yeah, I'm 22. You can go ahead.
I'm 23, and I'll be 24, I think, a week.
Oh, shit,
Same
happy
with,
birthday.
thank you.
Yeah, but you're forgetting your birthday already. I love it.
Getting old, man.
Yeah,
Really hits young.
It's all good. What about you, man?
And I'm 20. I'm the baby of the group.
You're the tallest, though, so you're more of a man.
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
And probably the strongest too.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, whoa.
You know the joke. You know how I know we're having sex tonight? Because I'm stronger than you.
Damn.
Just let them boys know.
But yeah, I'm a student at the University of Illinois with Gage. We're actually both in the Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity, so we have a good time.
I
So-
hate him.
AGR brothers.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
Austin,
not in.
Oh, are you AGR?
Austin, is this
That's
a thing?
awesome.
What? Talk about this.
I'm old. I'm pin number 865. Where are you guys at?
Oh, you shouldn't have asked that.
You went to the University of Illinois?
No, not U of I. I was at Western.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's cool.
Yep.
We have farm kids here.
Yeah. No kidding.
I don't know shit. Your boy went to community college.
Hey, that's where I started out, too. So.
Hey, it is what it is. All right, well, that's cool.
Your boy over here went to high school.
You didn't go to college at all, huh?
Nope.
Hey, I love that, dude. I love
I didn't step foot in college, man.
hearing, like, you know, we have two good friends, Nick Whitwer and Trey, who didn't graduate high school.
Yeah.
And very successful, like, entrepreneurs. And those are, like, my favorite stories. And I went to enough of college that makes me lame. But, like, I kind of wish I would just not have, and then maybe it would have worked out in the end, but maybe it wouldn't have.
I mean, I technically didn't graduate or high school, and then
What?
yeah, I graduated like 4 months after I walked across the stage.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Cheating.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
I-
I cheated my ass
hey,
off for sure.
I owe you.
I did
was
too
awesome.
much
But
college.
I just love, like, it kind of like, you know, we're working class bow hunter. What it really, like, comes out to is, like, how hard you work for what you want to do.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, and that's why I think it's kind of like noteworthy. I hate to, like, call you guys out on your age, but everyone that we interview, it's rare that they're younger than 25 nowadays.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's cool. Like, chase your passion, do what you want to do, and don't let anybody tell you that you shouldn't do it.
Shit. I mean, we were roughly their age when we started this.
Just a touch older, 23, 24.
Yep.
Roughly. So, but yeah, like, do you guys get that a lot? Do you get people like, what are you doing? Why are you putting your energy into that? Or
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. Which I mean, you take it how you want it, and I think we really love it. It motivates us.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like every hunter understands like the grind that we do in the summer, and like it kind of throws people off. We're young, but we're just sweating our asses off, like putting in these food plots. It's July, August, and we're trimming stands, and like we absolutely just love it. And I think that's honestly kind of why we film, is because people don't understand that. But if we can just bring like a little bit of what we get to see, I think that can kind of convince people. Like I said, we were in the fraternity together, and I actually shot a turkey this spring just outside of Champaign, and I self-filmed it all.
Yeah.
The footage is pretty sweet, and I was just showing everybody, and they're like, "That's what you do!" Like,
really?
That's sick. Like they're beating up the decoys.
But
and-
they had no idea like that experience existed.
No, yeah, they just see the dead turkey and like, oh, you just went out in the woods and shot it. Like, no, I went out there, I scouted, I put my cameras out, I put my decoys out, and
Right.
I was just taking in the morning, and like, it's just really cool to be able to to share that. I think that's just what I love so much about it.
Especially at like a university. Like I feel like most people at like Illinois universities are from Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And it's like when you talk to those people, you're like, you've never been outside of the burbs. Like they're all like the dumbest humans.
No,
You ever
Do you guys
seen a
run-
turkey?
Do you run into that? Like, do you feel that way a little bit? Are they all like? That's my perception. My wife went to Illinois State, and like talking to her friends, I'm like, you guys are the dumbest motherfuckers here in college.
no, I mean, what's really cool about U of I is like while it's a big city, like the agriculture community down there is pretty close. But
Right.
if you go outside of that, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. And like I was telling you this at dinner tonight, but like I got my turkey fanned out in front of the AGR sign in the city, and there's just blue-haired people just driving by, like, what is going on over there?
Blue-haired people.
Yeah, mask on inside their car. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah, here, what's up?
that's what we're eating tonight.
That's
Just wait till I'm
awesome.
skinning my deer out on the front porch this fall.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, like, being in a fraternity house, it's like you guys, in general, we're kind of getting to that. Like, deer season, what's that like there? Like, you're around people who don't really deer hunt. Like, now I went to high school around people who didn't really deer hunt. I know you did too, right?
Yeah.
Doug? Like, so it's not. It's a little different flavor from what you're used to.
Yeah, I mean, we're an ag fraternity, so a lot of guys go home for harvest, but
Yeah.
so it's pretty empty. But yeah, people think I'm crazy because it's about 2 hours 20 minutes from Champaign to home, and you bet your ass when it's late October, November, I'm coming home to hunt.
Do a lot of universities have like an ag
Skipping
fraternity?
class.
I know like Western, of course, does. It's more of like a country school. Like I know Western's ag fraternity was huge. Like all the dudes I worked with at Deer were from the Western ag fraternity. But like, does every college have that? Because I didn't catch that vibe at all at Illinois State, like in Bloomington.
There's a farmhouse there. There's quite a few people in that. It's kind of numbers are down, but I think there's at least one at kind of every college. But
Really?
most of the time, it's kind of under the radar.
Was there one in Iowa, Doug?
Oh yeah, that's huge
Ames.
there.
Most
Egg's huge.
Where'd
there.
you go?
Most
Iowa
Midwest
State, yeah.
colleges
Yeah,
have
yeah. Iowa
AGR
State.
chapters.
Iowa
They do?
State's like known for their egg.
Yeah.
Dude, I would assume. I just don't know. Like I did, you know what I mean? I didn't go,
Right.
like a 4-year. Like I would assume Iowa would have the biggest.
Yeah, Iowa State, but
Iowa State for sure. I was just there for job training yesterday and the day before, and we drove past that AGR house, and it's like a small hotel. I mean,
Oh, really?
It's real nice. And there's-
Iowa State's like known for
yeah.
egg.
Their parties.
and yeah, for sure.
Well,
The
I
parties
bet
there
you-
are fucking nuts.
You know what I picture in Iowa is like Perry Batten from Drury. I just picture it full of Perrys slaughtering turkeys and just drinking Bush Light by the half gallon. Just
not
all
far off.
Americans. That's what I picture Iowa frats being like.
See, that's what I did. I
egg
just let all my buddies rack up all these bills, for college, and I just went and partied with them.
That's
the
a
way to
good
go.
Yeah,
It's a fucking blast.
it's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it. So, all right, let's talk about your guys' videos. Like, what can someone expect from Team Vital videos? Like, why are you guys worth tuning into?
I don't want to hog the mic, but it's up to you.
I mean, I just think we take a lot of time with our videos, and I mean, there has been deer, there has been turkey not shot because of the cinematic approach we're trying to take and the quality, I guess, content we're trying to produce. I mean, it's more. There's a lot of footage we do have. It's more just to look back on and I got a quick glimpse of this deer. Or, I mean, it's more for information purposes. But when it comes down to that time to get the shot and produce that video that we're gonna put out, I mean, it's got to all line up perfectly. And we take the time to do it. And I mean, Gage does a great job editing. I'm trying to get into it, and Sock is too, just with the videography and photography and also the edit. I mean, editing is something that really is overlooked, I think. And the time and dedication it takes, I mean, that's just something we put towards it. And not to mention, that's all stuff set aside from the summer prep, the school work. I mean, there was a time when all three of us were in school, and we're trying to scramble home to hunt in the middle of the week and then get back for an 8 a.m. class the next morning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a crazy life.
Nah, I
and-
ain't making it.
That's how I was.
but yeah, it's I mean,
It's worth it though.
we try to put out the most quality stuff, and again, we just want to show people how good of a time we're having. I mean,
Yeah.
we're pretty basic people with, I think we have pretty good personalities. So
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
kind of
I know
fun
what
to be
you're saying.
around. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I don't. You guys aren't basic. Like you know, you guys are willing to put in like the extra work it takes to like get done what you want to do. Like you're taking care of your responsibilities that you need to take care of while you're like. I remember what it's like. You have to go to school, right? Like, yeah, you want to go to school. You want to make sure that you can do what you got to do, get the job you want to get with the degree. But really, I know you guys don't give a fuck about school.
Oh, absolutely.
absolutely.
Like, because I
I'm
was
doing
there.
it to make my mom happy.
Yeah, you're doing it to make your mom happy. You're doing it. Everyone else around you, all your family's like, oh, he's a good kid. He's fucking going to school. Meanwhile, you're drinking beer and trying to see nipples, and you just want to go hunt on the weekend.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dude, we've all been there.
Yeah.
but
Nah.
but it's what it's called.
Not all of us, bro.
Hey,
Oh, trust me, my mom wanted me to go to college. I'm like, fuck that.
all this is true at some aspect in all of our
I
lives.
got a little asterisk behind
Seeing
me.
nipples, number 1, make your family happy. 2, hunting. 3, soon to be number 1 once all the other shit's taken care of.
Right.
And that's just how it is. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you guys are putting that effort into it now, and you have to take care of life stuff because you're at the age you have to take care of life stuff, and it takes time. Hustle where you need to hustle, and then eventually things work out. Like
Yep.
you'll get the good job from your degrees. You'll get the good job from putting in the work at a lower like tier job. You guys are at the age where it all scales up from here. If you guys are willing to put in the work, which you guys are, obviously, it's all going to work out.
Yeah.
Does it feel that way?
No, it does, and I do want to build off like what Luke was talking about, and just so we don't get any slander in your guys' Facebook group, because I've been in that.
It's a tough out there. Dude.
It's rough.
It's like
comment
it's like the
is
streets,
ruthless.
man. But
The streets.
but I mean, I do want to know, like, we understand
COD lobby.
because I can already see like these guys, you know, whatever. But like, we do understand, you know, we aren't the biggest channel by any means, and we don't have, you know, the most expensive cinematic cameras, but you know, we really give everything that we got.
Yeah.
And I mean, while we do want like it to turn out, like, we do it because we love it, and
Yeah.
we think that'll come in the long run, and
For sure.
and we think the support will definitely be there. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Well, let's do this right now. First of all, I'll say this. If we thought you guys were like because let's be honest, man, if TikTok's taught us anything about like the 22-year-old and younger dudes, like most dudes your guys' age are just like what we call fuck boys. And you guys clearly are not fuck boys.
They're guaranteed pieces of shit.
And we got a recommendation of you guys were awesome, and so far we've hung out and we've talked to you guys at the Illinois Classic, and
Yeah.
we've hung out like, you know, it wasn't like you just walked in, we jumped in here. Like, we've hung out. Like,
Yeah.
you guys are good dudes. I can tell you're good dudes. I can tell you have great work ethic for your age. But like, if someone's listening right now, like as we're getting into this, where can they find you guys? Where can they watch what you've put so much hard work into? Socials, YouTube, all that stuff. Like, just plug yourself. Not because you guys wanted to bring it up, because I want you to plug your own brand. Like, where can people go?
Yeah, I appreciate that. So, primarily all of our social media, like postings, like pictures and just updates on what our hunts would be on Instagram. That's Team Vital TV. And then we post all of our like actual videos that we do where you can see what we're doing in the season on our YouTube. That's just, you can just look up Team Vital TV. Don't click on the gaming channels. There's a couple of those.
Yeah.
But we are, I think, pretty sure the first one that pops up. It's a red logo.
Okay.
I like my hat.
It'll be on the cover art.
Yep, we'll have it in the cover art.
If you clicked on this episode, look for that logo.
Yeah, and
Okay.
not that I want to plug, but one thing I think that we really have some pretty awesome turkey hunts. I think they're just awesome. Well, unless you're against hunting in a blind, which I don't want to get slandered.
Oh, geez. Yeah. You gotta be careful.
yeah, we gotta be careful.
There's no right way to hunt a turkey
No
anymore.
matter what, if you hunt a turkey one way or another, someone's
shit
get
on.
upset about it.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
the thing. Your boy don't care. Tell me about your turkey hunts, man.
Oh, this
How you turkey hunting them?
yeah,
A blind? Are you fanning? Are you
reaping.
Are you cheating?
This guy's shooting him out of a saddle. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I actually did shoot out with that. No,
Gangsters.
Yeah, we could dive into turkey hunting. So we actually had pretty solid, or I did anyway. They kind of got caught up.
Here,
with
by the
work.
way, let's do this real quick before we get moving on. Go to their YouTube, subscribe.
Yep.
Yeah,
do all that.
yeah.
And then we'll give away, if you subscribe, and comment on their last YouTube video, WCB. We'll throw in a Grizzly cup and a merch pack.
Yep, we'll do it.
Appreciate
So
it.
over that.
What's your last video? That'd be good.
Well, it might be a couple weeks for this long.
It's just you guys partying in a frat.
No, yeah. So I'd really recommend Jake vs. Tom or Daily Double. There's some pretty sweet hunts.
So all right, so you pick one. Which one do they go to and comment to enter?
Go to Daily Double.
Daily
Yeah,
Double.
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
All right, go to Daily Double. Comment.
Not the Jeopardy.
Comment. I heard. Comment. I heard about you guys on WCB or WCB on the Team Vital YouTube, and then we'll do a Grizzly cup and then a swag pack.
Yep.
And then if you guys have anything you want to put in there too, we'll do that.
We'll throw something.
So just try to see if we can get some love thrown that way. I don't know. Maybe it'll help. Maybe it won't. But anyway.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But anyway, let's talk about the turkey hunts. What's so special about the turkey hunts?
Yeah, so I guess this year, so I started off with my brother, and we got him a youth bird. Those are pretty classic hunts. Usually just call like a 2-year-old up the trail, and his reaction's just always priceless. I just love taking him out. And then
How old's your brother?
15.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So there's a couple of videos of him
Just
on
a
there,
boy.
and you can watch him just like hit puberty throughout the year. Yeah. He gets,
That is kind of weird.
I'm
if you think
doing
about it.
oh, yeah. his first Bucks videos on there, and he just is so mad about it.
Awesome.
He hates
His
it?
reaction's priceless.
That's cool. That's what it's about.
What's that? Yeah, absolutely. So and then I kind of struggled with my home farm, and then I went down with my buddy in Pike County, and I shot a pretty cool turkey this year. It was he thought it was a no bearded bird, but he had a full fan. But when we got up to him, he had him picked out for me, and he had actually had 3 beards, and they were all like probably like 3-4 inches. So I don't
really?
Yeah, and he got his ass kicked by all of these jakes like every morning. So
Damn.
I think I did him a favor.
He was a
life.
transgender.
I think he might have been. I don't know.
He was like super. What do we call that bird in Ohio?
Super Jake.
Yeah, he was like. Describe this bird.
Super Jake?
He wasn't he was a Jake, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he had like it looked like a Jake fan. You know the top 2, 3 high ones and then low.
Yeah, but it was
But
wide.
this one
It
had
was wide.
5.
Oh wow.
We think he was a Tom, but it just looked like a dumbass.
But his beard, dumbass. But his beard was like that long and like that wide. It was just like
Really?
a big old
Oh, he had the goatee, huh?
do
Yeah.
it best. Yeah,
But he was way bigger than other Jake out there though.
I think he was a Tom.
We should have shot him.
That's a Super Jake for sure.
Dude, I told Doug, I'm like, I'll shoot that bird. Like, I want to know what's going on with him.
Did you see his fan? Or
Yeah, we saw him strutting the first night. We
Yeah,
went
he
out
had
and
like
scouted.
it was full?
He had like 8 tall feathers and then
It was like
just some little ones on
he
the
had
outside.
2 feathers on each side that weren't.
Yeah, they were
full.
smaller.
It was very weird.
That's a tranny.
He's a trans.
Kurt really wants to kill him. Then.
Dude, I was like, faggot. Sorry, I can't say
It's
that.
almost too easy to say. Yeah.
I just, get too comfy. Someone's dropping the slurs.
Drop the F-bomb again.
Trump. Sorry, I don't think he's anti-gay. But anyway, yeah, shout out to that bird. But sorry to interrupt.
No, yeah. And then I guess I'll.
My bad.
So
He's
then,
like, I don't remember where I was.
so yeah, I got one with my buddy Austin, and then he came here to Henry County, and we spot and stalked one and shot him at 12:58.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was nuts. We were like freaking out.
1 o'clock's the deadline in Illinois.
We were just like messing around.
Good thing you film your shit because you can prove that's what the time was.
Actually, that one wasn't on video.
All right, easy. It was 12:55.
I have a Snapchat.
I got,
video.
I got pictures.
Oh, there you go.
I
But
have the pictures too.
I think,
Okay.
I think I was watching Instagram though. I was watching like one of your turkey series, and you're doing the calling or whatever, and that's literally what we're doing. Me and Austin were just like acting like we're in a turkey competition, just
Yeah,
back and
fucking
forth.
Fighting each other.
Gobble 100 yards away. We're like, oh, no.
Really?
We run to the edge and we set up. Wish we didn't even have a decoy, and sure enough, he came in to just about like 40 yards and just dropped him, and it was like. It's just like you can't even explain that feeling, just the adrenaline.
Yeah.
It's just like and then we looked at our phone. We knew, and it was like 12:58. It was just like, oh man, that feels
You shot him before. By the time you got him, and you
right.
Yeah,
So it was probably like 12:56. But
You're
and
good.
then the last turkey was like this season, late May, and I just think this is a really cool story. And this is something I actually did want to talk about was my Champaign County bird. just because you really don't know unless you try to like reach out to people. I mean, you could have hunting property at like the tips of your fingers. So I just had some connections down there, and agriculture community is really small. And I was just talking to this girl at the bar one night, and
My guy.
Nice.
and she's from Champaign County, and I'm like, hey, like, I know you guys farm. She goes, oh yeah, we got turkeys. I'm like, I would love just the opportunity to do that if you're willing. And I got her dad's number, and next thing you know,
Yeah, I got her
number. I said that wrong.
Okay, got her number. I mean, her dad's number.
I got her dad's number.
So that's why it's called the Daily Double.
Hey,
This is good.
This is supposed to be like a motivational for somebody that wants.
Yeah. Continue.
Talk to that girl you're thinking about talking to at the bar. Get her dad's
she
number.
might have farm ground.
Her dad might be rich.
Get a couple drinks in you, and you're good. Yeah. So
Shout out to her. I
Shout
know
out
you're
to her.
listening.
yeah, I'm not gonna go hunt there next year now, but
Sorry.
We owe you a spot.
but yeah. So I got the permission, applied for the tag, and went out there, and it was just meant to be. Just went out, and I just sat in this old like abandoned deer blind, and I was just kind of it was like the season was wrapping up, and I was like, man, like, I'm just trying to take it in, and just drinking my coffee, and the gobbles just kept getting closer and closer, and next thing you know, 2 longbeards come into the decoys and just beat them up, and it was just a textbook hunt. But
That's cool.
a lot of our turkey hunts, it was just been a lot of just coming into the avians and beating them up, and we got some really cool stuff. So
That's awesome, man. Like you talked about like permission pieces. So we just did a podcast with our buddy Lee Herr. I don't know if you ever heard of me. He runs a cult in central Iowa. He means really well, but it's a little creepy that he runs a cult. But he does what he does.
He's a good dude.
We're not here to judge. He does what he does. That's how he gets his hunting permission. But we talked about gaining hunting permission, like tactics he uses, and we talked about the success fail rate, and it's almost always a fail. I think he 275 asks and 3 yeses out of 275. Like just talking about like the consistency, like he's trying to get the good properties, but he'll kill deer. He figures out how to kill deer, but then people give him shit for properties he's hunting. He's like, well, I'm putting all this work. And you kind of talked about like getting permission. Do you guys do you own ground? Do you lease ground? Like what can someone expect? Like what kind of ground are you on in your videos? Like what's the most
high fence.
High fence. Good. Yes. Yes.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Which shout out to you, man. But like really, like what's how's it working? Like what are you guys doing at your age?
So I think majority of us, all of our families own the land we hunt on. So we're
Really?
very blessed to do that.
for sure.
All of us, all the families farm. So we got lucky there. I know he's got permission ground, and then I'm working on permission ground. I work at FS in sales, so I kind of got a gateway in.
Yeah.
Hopefully get some
you got all
ground
the
where I work.
customers there.
Yeah. So hopefully I can get some. I'm working on it. So
Yeah. I think it's one that's awesome that you guys are, farming families. Like of course, like that creates that opportunity. But I don't, first of all, shout out to you guys for having that and then utilizing it. Because I feel like a lot of kids I knew that farmed growing up, they're just like farm nerds and didn't hunt.
Yeah.
I mean, farm nerds, like with all due respect, like they're just busy with the farm. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mean like they just were nerds. Like it's a different type of nerd. You know what I'm saying? I'm being,
We get it.
yeah. So people take me too literal, man,
I actually have a cool. I don't want to hog the mic.
dig into it.
I have a cool story.
Hog it.
Get it.
Okay, so yeah, like he said, like my family owns one. It's a lot of tillable, but you do with what you got. I mean, we don't hunt like crazy properties, but I was looking at a plat book one day, and I got permission on like an 80, and there was 2 other hunters, but that's actually where I've killed like my best deer. Was at that farm, so that was pretty cool. But one thing I thought was just a really cool story was to get permission. There's this one neighbor that I have, and it's like a sanctuary. Like nobody is allowed.
It's bananas. It's,
Yeah.
Really?
It's like something you've never seen before.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's crazy.
Okay.
And I mean, as a kid, you just would look across the fence and you just dream about the like just the possibilities.
Yeah.
And
Like I'm
everybody,
going to trespass over there.
And
I just need a neighboring property.
yeah,
I get
and-
one chance to get by. Your boys jumping that fence. I hear you.
Yeah, and
We've all been there.
And as a kid, I always heard the stories. This guy was just like crazy, and you don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, he's an inbred. He'll shoot you if you go
super
over
mean.
there.
Yeah. So I'm mushroom hunting one day, and I run into the guy. Like, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'm good, and I got his number, another number, and not the bar, and and I got exchanged his
Where's
number.
this
And
bar
I'm like, hey, like I'd like to get your number just in case we have a deer across the fence or whatever. And obviously,
Good play.
and for sure. And then so he actually lives like far away from the property. He's a great dude, and I was like, man, I would love to shed on that property. Like you just know.
Just shed hunting.
Yes, like it's just what dreams are made of. So last year, I gave him a call. I'm like, hey, like I just would love the opportunity just to go. I don't say hunting. I said I just want to go look for antlers, and it would mean a lot to me. I won't drive on your ground. I just want to go walk it, and I'll let you know. I can check your fence, make sure like nothing's like been tampered with. He's like, oh yeah, go out there. My heart's just pounding on my chest like this actually just happened.
Yeah.
I called them and being like, you guys are not
He
gonna
was
believe
freaking
this.
out. It
was-
was
yeah.
awesome.
It's awesome. That's what it takes.
It's a beautiful piece. And we go out there and shed hunt. We found 24 sheds.
Oh fuck.
He
And,
matched up a big deer he had a couple years back, and it was
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't too far from where he found the other one, but it was just buried under this grass. And
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
south-facing slope, just
he was
beautiful.
he was tripping over him that day.
No
I mean, he was
shit.
just picking him up left and right, match sets.
See, that's the stuff like, okay, you have that situation. You think, I'm going to go in there. So everyone shed. I'm going to find 24 sheds. You go in there, you find one old one. You know, and like you went in there and did it.
Yeah, I did it. It was insane. And the cool part, I guess, to wrap up the story was what I did was after I shed hunted, I'm like, hey, I just want to thank you so much. And what I wanted to plug Dana because I took one of the antlers that I found and I got it carved into a morel mushroom.
Yeah.
And I gave it to him as a gift because I think that's one thing that is overlooked. Like you really need to, show appreciation to these people that are granting you permission. Because to us, it's a big deal. And he loved it, and I got to shed hunt it again this year. And I don't know if I have the balls to ask to hunt it, but it's
Yeah.
You got to go for it.
But no,
Go
no,
for
no, no.
broke.
Here's the thing. I think you're doing it right, man. I think that's
Yeah.
great advice. I think it's like the little gestures of appreciation, the tokens of appreciation. Is that the right term?
yeah, token of appreciation.
But I think like you not asking for a while is a sign of respect. Like, hey, look, I would, eventually you will probably ask, but you have not asked as of now.
And you're just building that relationship in the meantime. You know?
and he's been asking me about his CRP because I've been doing an internship with like chemical company like BASF and Corteva, and we're just exchanging stuff and
Yeah.
it's
Well, you build that trust, and he learns to like you. He know like. I think what it takes is to gain free hunting ground. That's what it is. You're trying to get free hunting ground that you don't pay taxes on.
Right.
It's a big deal. Like
It's a
I think,
huge deal.
I think people downplay what it means for a farmer to let you hunt.
Yeah.
Like if you just go hunt, yeah, they want their deer killed, so they're not eating crap. But you're never really gonna make that big of a dent. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to build trust. As in, like you said, I'm not gonna drive. I'm not gonna rut up the entryway to your farm. I'm not gonna drive up that hill and cause the water to wash out that fucking.
And a lot of people that are like that are because some other dickbag went in there and did the same shit that you didn't do. You know what I'm saying?
and they
Like,
won't let
some-
anyone hunt out there because they had a bad experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like I think it's refreshing for those guys because I'm assuming he's an older guy.
Yeah, he's an older guy.
To have a kid as young as you be that respectful and that like good to him, and then like you're like updating him on stuff, or hey, I checked on the farm, everything's looked good, fence is good, or hey, you had a whatever done to fix the fence for you. Like that type of stuff is what you have to do to get the ground to hunt.
Yep.
And I feel like people who bitch about like, oh, you got this ground, you're lucky, whatever. They're the dudes that just like, drive past the log that's obviously fallen into the farmer's field when they could easily pull it out of the way with their 4-wheeler or move it out of the way for them so they don't got to stop and do it.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
stop and move that stuff. If you got to go get a chainsaw, cut up a log and move it. for
Go
you
do it.
guys. Like, yeah, it's just little things I think add up for those dudes because they got so much on their plate. Help them out. If you're hunting for free, you should be doing that stuff.
And that kind of feeds in, like, sometimes if we know those people are older, you offer labor. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a lot of farmers we know that are in their older years, and I mean, getting out of the house is a hassle.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it's not exactly where they should be. So, I mean, if we're checking fence lines, if we're cutting up fallen trees, if we're, I mean, checking their crops, it's something we can do for them, for giving us that opportunity. So,
And I'll say it, our generation's lazy.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say that.
So,
Like, I
yeah.
mean, even our generation, there's shitty people that have no work ethic.
yeah.
Like, if you put a little bit of work ethic in,
We're in the 50-50 cusp of like lazy and like decent work ethic. I don't say good, I say decent work ethic.
Right.
All right, let's just do this. We have Austin, you're old now. Let's talk about you're a real old timer and you're a farmer. Let's talk about what it means for you to have a young, strapping young lad like this come in and just take care of your farm and hunt your ground for you.
Well, don't come around to my place because you're never going to get it.
Get off my
He
property.
ain't that old yet.
You're never gonna get it.
You'll never get this. You'll never get this. No.
Austin's, in his elder years now.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of thing for a lot of farmers is just liability. Like in this day and age, when you can get taken to court over somebody falling out of a tree stand, like it's a big concern for farmers to let people come on their ground. And like you say, cutting ruts or whatever, it's just easier for the farmer to say no when it is, to say yes. So
Austin, I want to bring up the point you brought up, the liability thing. This is something that you brought up to me, when it comes to even if you're paying to hunt some ground, you can throw this on top of the lease payment or permission ground. You know where I'm going. You brought this up to me, and I'm like, that's a good idea. I'm going to start bringing this up to my permission pieces. If you want to touch on, I think you know where I'm going.
As an outfitter, I'm required to have an insurance policy to cover any accident that might happen on the farms that I lease or that I own. And it's a good idea as an individual hunter. You get your own insurance policy, then you're covered. So you can present that to a landowner and say, if an accident did happen, my insurance is going to take care of this. So that's kind of another way you can win somebody over.
And you can even have your insurance. If you have that policy, you can have your agent write a letter to the farmer saying, hey, I'm insured.
Yep.
It's not that much money. It's money,
not.
but it's not that much.
No, but it's just one more thing that will maybe work in your favor, where if you have it, it might work in your favor versus somebody else that doesn't have it.
Yeah, it's like they don't have to worry about you.
Yeah.
It's like you're your own liability.
Yeah, but you guys are going about it right. I mean, doing little things like that and just showing the farmer that you care about the land that you're on, that means a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
And we've had our share of negative experiences. I mean, I think our shortest phone call was about 4 seconds. He said not interested and slammed the phone down.
Yeah,
so it was
Yeah.
kind of demoralizing.
Do you guys get a different reaction? If you get a permission piece or access and they find out oh, these kids got a YouTube channel, does it change the dynamic a little bit?
I mean, I think we usually don't even try to mention that we're filming.
Do you ever have somebody know about your YouTube channel when you ask?
I can't say that.
Guys from work, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we really haven't ran into that problem, I would say. Usually, not to put age people, but it's usually an older crowd that we ask, so they don't.
Yeah, they're normally landowners.
Yeah, so they aren't really familiar with I guess what we're doing. They pretty much just say just don't screw anything up.
Yeah. I just was curious if I've had the podcast ruin potential leases for me in the past.
Oh, really?
In weird ways. I feel like inside job is the wrong term. That'd be one of you guys.
Sabotage.
I think it's
inside job.
that's a bad term. No,
I called the landowner and said, don't rent that to Kurt.
inside job. I mean, more I don't know what it would be. So I'll just talk about it real quick. I'll tell an example of I don't know if it's sabotage or what it would be considered as. So I worked with a guy at John Deere. I know the lease will never happen now, so I don't give a fuck about talking about it. But I knew a really good dude whose family owned some ground, and his grandmother was real old. The grandpa had died. He's like, hey, we need to make grandma some money. We own this ground. I think she's willing to lease it, and we just love somebody to manage the ground. So the deal was I'll pay a lease and I'll also manage the ground. I'll upkeep, I'll cut up logs for the guy who has the farm lease on it. I'll mow the paths. I'll take care of everything I need to take care of. And on top of paying full price for a lease. So it wasn't like they're going to cut me a deal if I took care of the ground, all this bullshit. So at the time I used to roll around with WCB stickers on my truck. I don't anymore. because it's just ruined too much shit for me. Good problem.
Good problem.
For sure.
Good problem in the last few years, So at the time, I had a 15-inch WCB sticker on the back of my truck. My dad roll in with the would be the grandson of this ground, who's basically like he was going to inherit it. So it's like his ground. Grandma's in a nursing home. They're trying to get grandma some income. So I go look at this ground. He's like, hey, put up some trail cams. I just want to show you the piece. I'm sure grandma have no problem with it. We'll go on there, check it out. Hang a couple trail cams, all this stuff. 3 weeks later, he calls me and he goes, hey, man, are you posting pictures of our farm on your website? I was like, no. Like, first of all, that's like against everything we're about. Like, we're not giving out our spot. He's like, oh, someone called and told us that you were putting aerials and screenshots and trail camera photos on your website of your farm. I was like, you can go to our website and look. Like, we don't. He goes, I did. He goes, and I didn't see anything on it. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's like complete opposite of what you want to do, is like give away your spot.
Right.
And he goes, oh, it was like an anonymous like call type thing. Well, what happened? I don't know what happened exactly. So I checked my trail cam, and I'm trying to think of this, and so my camera, I have my last name. This camera at the time, I have my last name in bold Sharpie written across the front, and I got a picture of a guy. Just a nerd, phone clip on the side, like walking up, completely trespassing. But I think it was the neighbor who guided hunts. I think he went in, saw the last name, maybe took a picture of it, looked us up, found out, oh, working class, and then maybe like tried to sabotage it. Well, come to find out, either that or he saw me pulling it out with my truck, and I hadn't even leased it yet. It was like potential to lease. I either saw the sticker in my truck and was like, oh, Working Class is fucking doing this and this and this, or he took a picture of it, looked me up, and then tried to sabotage me. But I found out it might be the dude who has the farm lease that low-key outfits the neighbors, which I think is outfitting the ground I was going to lease without the owners knowing about it. So he's trying to lease it, and he has hunters running on it. So basically, I'd be cutting him out on all this extra income that he's ripping off the property owners to lease out the ground unknowingly to the owners. Does that make sense? Like,
Yep.
he's ripping them off how much? Maybe 20 grand a year on their farm, running hunters for $5 grand probably a piece for a week for good ground. So I'm like, hey, if anything, he just ratted on himself.
Right.
This is probably what's happening. He goes, oh, fuck. I think you're right. And I just basically left it alone from there, and then that's where I left it. So I'm like, hey, man, when it comes available, you call your boy, I'll do you right. I will never fuck you like that.
Yeah.
And I won't. But I think that dude's getting had. I think he's getting had about 20 grand. Because who knows how many hunters he's running on that piece.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That's what I think happened. That's just my little side story.
No, that's interesting. At that point, yeah, you just don't even want to be a part of it.
Yeah. What's going on?
Over a deer.
Is that camera?
Look at the computer screen.
Gordon?
Okay. We're good. Thanks, Doug.
It's crazy right now. Just like
Lean into that mic, buddy.
like even trying to get a lease somewhere, if you're willing to pay, it's crazy right now to try to get something, let alone try to get like a permission spot. And every year, I think it gets harder.
Oh, absolutely. Like, especially where we're from, like, I would even just say, like, from Henry County to Mercer County. Like, Henry County, like, you have, like, a block of woods, and then you have open ag, and then another block, and it's like people will hunt a waterway just to get close to a piece of timber. So, I mean, it's very difficult just to get permission on something it's even really worth it.
Yeah, I was spreading this fall, putting fertilizer on, and during gun season weekends, holy shit, I'd drive around and there'd be one tree in the field and there'd be a truck in the field entrance going to hunt.
Two tree stands in it.
Orange ridiculous.
This is why I hate camera equipment, dude. We need a co-producer. It's all right. I'll do it in post. Looking for interns? Apply now. If you're Asian, you get the job automatically.
Easy.
Not racist.
Come to
means you're
UI.
smart. Yeah. I'm out there scouting. What do you think about hunting? You're okay with it? Get in here. Love it. Love anime. Get in here. Pokemon's cool. All right, I'm not running that switcher anymore, so that relieves some stress. But anyway, yeah, that's why I hate fucking equipment. Shit fails mid-recording. But that's what we do. We're rednecks here. So we need some nice young intern. You guys need an internship?
Is it paid?
Yeah, is it paid?
Depends how cool you are. To be determined.
So far, no.
Yeah.
So far, no.
Have you guys ever had camera fail on you hunting?
Oh yeah. When it's cold,
Oh,
the
yeah.
batteries.
Yeah.
Batteries is.
Those batteries don't last long at all.
That's what's crazy. That's like I can't believe like the headache, man, you guys go through to, like film stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Let's talk about the like internship stuff, like changing like in school. Has that ever came up? Have you ever thought about doing an internship, like trying to do like the Midwest Whitetail internship thing or any other company like a jury internship or something like that?
No, I actually did a Zoom call with Josh Sparks about the Midwest Whitetail.
Josh is the man.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
So he didn't hire you, huh?
No, I did. Yeah, I hate that.
Must not be that cool, huh?
No, I did the interview, and once he said I had to take a semester off school, talk to the folks, and they're like, "Yeah, that ain't happening." So,
Yeah.
honestly, like, I love ag, but the more that I don't know, just I'm thinking about maybe just going for it, and after I graduate, maybe just not go get a job, and maybe you do one of those because I just love it so much. I'm thinking about maybe doing like a Midwest Whitetail or a Trees.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
I think it'd
dude.
be cool. You learn a lot. I know you don't get paid, but
But the connections you make
oh right,
is insane, dude. Like I think it's worth it. Like if they're willing to take you in,
yeah,
like I would tell you this, man, like do it. Because here's the thing. All right, yeah, you're going to go right into a job. It's going to be a job that you're not going to want to quit. And then you're going to work there. You're going to work there for 10 years minimum. And you're going to be working in there. You're like, motherfucker, what if I would have done? What if I would have done that internship? What if I would have, dude, 6 months. 6 months of your life is nothing. Like eat PB&Js for 6 months and granola bars. You'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Especially at your age, man. It's like,
yeah. Exactly.
I'm telling
in
you,
20 years, you're going to be like, God damn, I should have done that.
graduate, eat shit for a year, take an internship wherever you can get one in the hunting game.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, the hunting game, there's money in it, but it's where you carve out your money in it. Like it's you can make money in this game, but you're not gonna be like you're gonna see your boys working trade jobs, union jobs that are making their 32 an hour. They're gonna have a pension. They're gonna have a 401k. They're gonna have free benefits. They're gonna be
Brand new truck.
brand new truck. Like they're gonna have a boat. They're gonna have a side by side. They're gonna do that. You're not gonna have that in the hunting game right away, but you will be happier.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have those payments, but you'll be hunting. You'll be hunting. You might not be killing. You're not gonna be the dude in front of the camera, but you'll be hunting.
You'll be on a tree for sure.
You might be behind a camera or behind a computer for a lot of the week, but you'll be happier. I'm telling you, like, I'm seriously, guys, like, if I knew what I know now, like, when I was 19, I would have been in an internship for something like that at the time. So just think about that. Like, if you have his number and you call him after you graduate and be like, yo, is this an option? I would take it.
I would say though, maybe me and Sock more.
That's his nickname.
Sorry, we call him Sock.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
why do you call him that?
Why?
Yeah, I want to hear that story.
At least it ain't tube sock. Jesus
I've heard the cum sock jokes. I mean, it's,
Christ. It's gotta be.
back in high school, I used to play Xbox and PS4 all the time, and my name was Sock Monkey because there was a sock monkey sitting in a chair and I couldn't figure it out. So ever since then, it's been shortened down to socks. And
Everyone calls him.
There's
Sock.
been
I mean,
a different story.
Yeah.
But
But anyway,
We'll tell that one then.
no. I mean,
yeah. But anyway, Alex and I'd say more of those internship opportunities would probably be more of the land management side.
Yeah.
I think I enjoy that as much as hunting itself, and anything I can learn. I'm in my first internship now, and I mean, just sitting in a classroom and reading and learning all about the different types of plants, and also like my brain is actively thinking, how can I like, I guess, relate this to my property, or have I seen this before, and how can I manage it? So maybe having one of those land management internships, I think, would be an experience of a lifetime.
Just as valuable.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure. And
Biology internships are
Yeah.
huge. Like Austin, you did that. didn't you?
I was a biology major. What I wanted to do in school was like wildlife management type work. So wildlife biology, wildlife management, that's what I was kind of into. And then I realized that I had to go to school for 6 years to really make any money at it. So I kind of gave up on it. But
yeah. But I think you guys got the right mindset for it, like, but I just don't I don't know. This is like, you're probably tired of hearing advice like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, cause I feel like I remember when people would talk to me about shit when I was like,
Yeah, one ear out the other.
yeah, it's like, all right,
Yeah,
nerd.
cool.
Yeah, you're overweight, you have a neck tattoo, and you're a piece of shit. I'm not listening to things.
You don't know nothing.
Yeah, but like when you're 19, 20, 21, even to 24, it's like you're not in the pocket yet. Like, you don't have, like, no one's really relying on you. If you don't have kids, you can do whatever you want. You can, like,
You really can.
like, you can.
Exhibit A.
Like, but here's the honest thing is, like, you have a mortgage, Doug, so you have a little more weight on you.
Yeah,
You
it
have like
sucks.
that, but you can quit your job nowadays, especially, dude, of all times. Like, if you guys are your age and willing to work, you guys can make more money than we made at your age because you have a work ethic. And dude, like, people still kind of had a work ethic when we were 22. No one, from my perspective, no one has a work ethic under 25 now. Like,
There's a lot of opportunity right now. There's a lot of money on the table.
everyone's hiring, and if you're willing to hustle, the money is there. And I think, like, the money in the industry is there too. Like, if you know where to find it. And there's pockets where I think we should just talk about after the podcast, like where you can find it, because I don't want to give away like where everyone can just flood it, whatever. But like, you guys have already tapped into the areas I think where you should be tapping into, and we can connect you with the people that get you to where you need to be. Like, I really think we can, because you guys are like so young and so passionate and willing to put the work in. And that's what matters.
Have the work ethic is the biggest thing.
You just gotta be willing to do shit.
Right.
And even if you do like the internship, like, I know you're not getting paid, which sucks, but man, it'd be crazy the connections that could happen. Like,
Well,
one person could change your life.
one person can, dude. In this,
Yeah.
in the hunting industry, you need one person. And the thing is, like, even if an internship is unpaid, they can present you with an opportunity to walk you into a job.
Yeah.
Like, and I even really think if we did an unpaid internship for WCB, we'll find you a job. Give us a year, we'll get you a job. I
I
guarantee
mean,
that.
look at even the greats. I mean, Josh Sparks, for instance, he wasn't good at it at one time. Look where he's at now.
Exactly.
yeah,
Everyone starts somewhere.
yeah. Oh, dude, I know a company I could get probably 2 people a job right now with an internship. Like, if we were on a hunt, guys were asking us about jobs.
Yeah.
Hey, we need a couple guys. Actually, I know 3 spots I could get people a job right now. But and like calling us for recommendation, asking us. So they're don't overlook the unpaid internships.
Yeah.
You know, if it's with the right people, because those people
it's
have.
getting your foot in the
If it's
door.
with the wrong people, though, get it.
Yeah, don't take one with Chris Brackett.
Don't
Hey, you land management guys, don't
let them like push you
Game
around.
changers, baby.
Yeah, it's your boy. You gotta yell at you for breathing heavy. You fat fuck. Watch this. You got a tag? Shut up.
Quit breathing.
Quit breathing. Yeah, don't take an internship with Chris Brackett. But dude, fuck him. Am I right?
It's a callback.
We haven't gave a fuck you to Chris Brackett for a while.
for a long time.
I saw that dude at Illinois Deer Classic. That guy sucks.
Come on.
Fuck him, dude. He's not cool.
Tell us how you really feel.
It's not even gonna be the Team Vital episode. It's gonna be Chris Brackett slander episode.
Hey,
Next thing we know, Team Vitals with Chris Brackett.
I gotta give it away.
Sign a contract with him tomorrow.
Let's talk about your guys' sponsor with Bomar Archery right now. What's
I knew
what
this was
happened,
coming.
boys? What's going on with that? Huh?
We were coyote hunting, and we were all freaking out. This was before we kind of really got in and started learning a couple of things. And we were like freaking out. We're like, holy shit, we got a sponsor with Bomar. And then
big time,
shit
man.
just started coming out. And I was like, oh no, we got a sponsorship with Bomar. And
We actually, this is actually really funny. We almost showed up with all of our shirts that we got.
Oh no, Bomar Archery.
Omar Archery, baby.
That was fucking epic, dude.
So here's the thing: like, is he paying you guys?
No, he never paid us. It was just more of like promotion and
Yeah.
all the free stuff.
So that's a co-sponsor, man. Like that's not a real sponsor. Like, well, like, and I'm helping you with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
No, it actually is probably a good thing because when they click on one of our videos, they're gonna see it, and then Facebook group.
yeah.
Yo, these guys.
Yeah, no, it's a co-sponsor. And here's the thing. Let's talk about it a little bit. So, like, I don't think Bomar's a bad dude. I don't. I think he's probably a good dude. I think, like, he's probably cool. He does some rad stuff. He does some badass
He does
stuff.
some badass stuff.
But the dude just has, like, this cloud over him for obvious reasons. Like, you go through his timeline, it's just, like, conflict, issue, conflict, issue, conflict. It's like, dude,
What the fuck are you doing?
I know you're a smart guy. What are you doing?
He's got to be a smart guy. Look at how much money he's got. He's a fucking smart dude.
He's doing it on purpose.
He's it's like he's doing it on purpose. Austin said it's like he's a smart guy, and I have a lot of questions for him. And I'll tell you this, and I'll tell people this, and I'm going to leave it at this. He's one of the most requested guests on our podcast. He really is. He's one of the most requested guests because of the controversy. And I don't think people hate him. Like, people hate Chris Brackett.
Right.
Like, people are like, Chris Brackett's the bottom of the barrel, scummy, minnow type dude. Yes, he's the real, just bottom, the lowest as it gets.
We're totally
Josh.
getting sued. We're sued.
I'm kidding. But people
You guys
don't
are going down
view.
with us.
Hey, this is your episode.
Lawyer up.
I was waiting for
Blame
you
them,
guys to
blame
react. I was just doing it, waiting for you guys to react. But people, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, I'm just being as real. That part was a joke. Like, I really don't think. I think Chris Brackett at his core is probably an okay dude. I think he's just made some poor decisions because his ego fucking sucks. But I do think that people view Bomar as a better human being than Chris Brackett. Like, I feel like they see him as more critical thinking.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty easy to work with. I mean, I would say.
I've talked to him on the phone, dude. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He can't not be smart. I mean, for where he's at.
He's an entrepreneur on many angles of the game.
Yes.
Of business. Like, I'm not saying just hunting industry, many angles of the game. And we're fucking idiots, dude. So, like, I'm not saying we're the smartest. Like, by all means, don't think we're above these people. I don't think that we are. I'm just saying how it is. I'm observing. I think Bomar's a good dude, but I just wish he would, like, kind of open up to the game. Like, I think, like, if he would be straight up with the people, he's straight up so he seems on his socials like, oh, yeah, well, I don't know. We didn't fucking, it's a speeding ticket. You know, he's very Joe Biden about his honesty. It's like, you're like, you're fucking, what? And like, do a real interview.
Right.
You know, and I like Bomar. I want to like him. But he's Joe Biden the whole game on us.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, he's like pre-written, scripted. There's like this eggshell over him. He's fucking walking around kind of like
A fucking robot.
burning his truck down. You're like, come on, dude. You know, like,
Yeah.
there's something to it. There's more to what you're seeing. And I just want to talk to him about that. You know, he did a podcast with somebody that is his buddy. That it's like, I just want to get him in here and be like, Josh.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Josh.
You have the platform.
That's all you say.
Every time. Josh.
Like, but I think he's a badass dude. Right?
That's
Like,
why I think if he was in here, we'd be like really good friends at the end of the podcast.
I talked to him on the phone, dude, and I'm like, I like that guy.
Right.
I want him in here.
Yeah.
We've tried to make this podcast happen. He's canceled 2 times on us. I'm trying to rebook. It's like the impossible, and I'm just not gonna bend backward. Like, it's at what point you just show up, Josh, and we'll podcast, dude.
Yeah, if it happens, it happens.
If it happens,
Right.
it happens. But like, we're not.
I like your nose button.
Your nose button's cool invention, right? Levi Morgan's using it. It's got to be legit.
Yeah, exactly.
He's the best archer in the world. He's not using shit that don't work.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying Josh is like an idiot. I just want to know about it. I want to tap into it. Josh.
What are you thinking?
Well, Josh, here's the thing. If you go, Chris Brackett, he's going to be like, he's going to look every time he hears his name. You know what I mean? Josh will be like, yeah, I'm listening. You know, Chris is more like instinctual. You react.
Is there another Chris in the room?
Who? Me? You know, yeah,
talking to
Chris. You and Bill Buspis. Looking at you. Right here. Focus. You didn't get what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring that on you. Just get
Nah,
wild.
that's cool. Go ahead and just stomp it.
Making this fun, right? I just had to give you shit.
No, that's great.
I get it.
I honestly kind of expected it.
I knew exactly what it was when I saw it. I'm like,
You like the nose button?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I bought one. I'm not gonna lie, I bought one. I spent my money on one. When I ordered it, it came in the mail and someone had chewed on it. the package was open and the nose button was like chewed on. I'm like, what is he? Corn dust on there? You know, on a combine on a hydro handle when you like touch the buttons with your corn dust hands and they get chewed on. You ever have that happen? The buttons on your combine controls? That's what my nose button was. It was something that's chewed on.
Left that one in the warehouse a little too long.
What's that? Oh yeah,
The nose
Grab the
button,
bottom
yeah.
of the barrel.
He had that on the same pallet as the fucking deer
If Josh
feed.
was baked in Nebraska and touched the nose button. There's corn dust on it. What, dude?
Whoops.
Wash your hands. Smells like mineral.
Opened a bag of feed and actually it was nose buttons instead of feed. And mouse
for
chewed on
Kurt.
it.
I'm just kidding. I don't really know if that's true or not. Just sue Make Hunting Great Again, not us. It's fucking funny.
It's
Come
funny.
on, that's a good joke. That's a good joke
That was
right
pretty
there.
good one.
Give me that credit. Come on.
That's
That
good.
was great.
Sorry to bring your episode down on that.
No, that's cool.
But it's all fun, right? That's all you come here. You guys are going to come back, right? You guys are going to come back from this.
They did the Chris Cracker right there.
He did.
No, we definitely
Fucking
will.
Deer in the headlights look.
Me and you, focus. Sorry, guys. So we're getting ready for this BS episode we're about to do.
Yeah, get wild. It's already hotter than a fucking
no, it's
hot shit.
rat's ass in here.
But no, like you guys, I love what you guys are doing. Obviously, you guys have a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
You guys are putting up with it. It's just me, just been raining for the last 25 minutes. So thank you for that.
Well,
Tear.
Just fucking terrorizing everybody on the roster.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Sorry.
we're getting death threats after this.
Nah, you guys will be fine.
Bro, I shot a giraffe and to get a death threat. You're fine.
What's new for Team Vital? Like, what's coming down the pipe, man? What are you guys trying to like tap into, or what can people
sure.
look forward to?
No, that's great. Good transition because you said inviting us back. So hopefully,
Yes.
I think we can transition to what we got on the table here, and hopefully we can talk about these deer. So,
Yeah, for sure.
you want to go?
Sure. So these ones right here. In August, I got a picture of a deer. Actually, we have another deer that's an 8, and he looks damn near identical. He just got. He
We
doesn't
should
have the.
remind us to show you some pictures after this.
Okay, this is this buck right here you're talking about.
Well, there's a different 8, but
Yeah, there's 2 8s. I mean, they have the same frame, just the brows are a little different, and I mean they're
Mass on them.
2 awesome deer you could go after. And I had him in August. He kind of disappeared, and I got another deer I'm after, so I kind of wrote him off. And I have deer that show up in the summer and they just leave, so I try not to get my heart broken about it.
Yeah.
And then on Christmas, I was sitting opening presents at my aunt's house, and I got a notification. It's like, so I looked, and it was right at dusk, and I saw the brows. What the hell? We got another 8 out there too, but I thought it was him. He'd been out there, and then he just kept showing up and showing up and showing up, and I tried to get on him in the late season. I couldn't, and then I was walking. Actually, I didn't want to walk in the mud because it had been raining a shit ton, and then walked through a waterway, and I looked up and I FaceTimed them, and I'm like, there's no way. And they're laying a yard apart.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
This rack right here.
Yeah. I could see it from 100, 200 yards away. I'm like, there's no way. And I had pictures of him, so I had a good hope because I hunted a pretty small property, and he was on there every single night.
Hold that set up, Austin. You're right there. You're close enough. Dude, that's a tanker of an 8.
That's
bro.
a tank.
the mass is insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What does he got? 6-inch bases?
Yeah, he's close to 6, but his mass like up in here is even better.
Yeah.
I haven't scored a whole lot of deer, so I'm not great at it, but I had him at 159. I wouldn't.
I see that as an 8 or
an 8.
bigger, a little touch bigger with some spread.
And he broke that point on that.
That's a stud 8, dude.
And I had pictures of him in May, and we got another deer that he looked like. I got a bunch of weird looking deer that kind of looked the same, and I thought it was him. And then because I tried to beam plot for the first time, put my camera on it so I could check it for weeds and everything, and I saw the browse. I'm like, I've never seen anything like that. I mean, that goes up his main beam on there, and hopefully this next year, I don't know how old he is. He's either really old or he's a 4.5 or 5. So hoping he's younger and just blows up into something awesome.
I mean, you can never tell, but I think a deer like that might pop after that. You know? Like that deer is a huge buck. Like that's mass right there, dude. You can't ask for better mass.
Get the vibes. That's an older deer.
You think 5.5 or better, Austin?
Yeah. I mean, just not without knowing the deer, I would say probably 5+.
Yeah.
He's got the up in his body right past the rib cage, just kind of sucked up, and he's got a straight back, but I mean, you can't really age deer, so.
You just never know. Just never know with them, dude.
No.
Sometimes they pop.
He was saying he's 5.5 and will blow up. I mean, you never know.
Be optimistic.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I got that deer and another deer that I'm after, and I'm pretty excited to go next year.
That's a stud, dude. Well, I hope you get on him, dude. That's a buck right there. He should be easy to recognize. But you said you got a couple bucks with that genetic.
I actually went to work. Was that 2 days ago? I brought him in, and I was showing a couple of the guys, and he's like, well, let me see that. And they coyote hunt the property that butts up to mine, and they said that he was standing in the waterway. You could tell plain as day it was him. So
Really?
Yep.
Guys you work with just happen to see the same fucking deer.
Yeah, they hunt the same properties right butt up next to me. So
Probably.
Yep, and then
But they're coyote hunters or not
Yeah.
deer hunters? Keep them coyote hunters.
Yeah.
Hey, bless their hearts, man. They're killing it. You need them guys.
yeah, no kidding. We
That's
get into
awesome.
it quite a bit too. So I mean, we love it all. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. So what's this buck right here, this other set?
Yeah, so this is Fish Hook. That's what I call him. My neighbor named him that. So I just kind of stuck with it. But started getting pictures of him last year. And I want to say he's like a late season deer for me is when he comes on my farm. And
That's a tanker, dude.
yeah. And I have his match set from last year, actually. And it's pretty similar. He just kind of blew up on his brows, his
Good
twos, and then his hook on this side got bigger. But
Holy shit.
I filmed him once in 2021, and then 2022, I decided I wanted to really try to put in some work for him. So
Yeah.
we put in a radish plot right in the heart of the farm, and I needed an east wind, which sucks, but it's the
East
only-
wind's tough, dude.
so tough.
But if you set
Especially-
up for it, man, it can pay big.
especially in a late season. But it's
Just face the other way.
It's all I had.
Yeah, just turn around.
What was it? If the winds just turn
around.
Just turn around. So basically, I need the east wind, and you know I'm a big deer cast guy, and I really wanted to go, and it was like Christmas Eve. Deer cast.
I don't know if that's recording or not. Maybe it is. Okay.
But I really wanted to go in, but it was a west wind, so I couldn't. And he was in there, and I'm like, I got this deer killed. I just need the wind.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that tough?
it's so tough because when it gets so cold like that, they get on the pattern. You're like, you got them. You just got to get in clean and have the right
Where a
wind.
lot of guys screw up, man.
Yeah.
That temptation, they can't take it.
I know. So I was patient, and I slipped in there, finally got an east wind. And sure enough, here he comes into the plot. And I got my camera, I'm self-filming, and he's eating the radishes at about 52. And I made the joke like I should bring the raven, but I just couldn't do it. And I got my bow, and I'm like, come on, buddy, like 10 more. I mean, it's just dead calm. So I'm not, he'll duck my string. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I practiced 50, but we got all the layers on. And
Yep.
so,
Smart.
That's a poke.
yeah, it's a poke. So,
It's like a veteran hunter knowledge right there, dude. Mad props.
yeah, well, through all of my failures, you know.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm
still
young,
think about
but
taking the shot,
I
don't you?
promise you, I have failed a lot.
Yeah.
But so he just stood there about 50, and then he worked in about 48, and he just doing big buck stuff. He
Yep.
just knew, and he just kind of looked around, didn't like something, and I did not do anything wrong, but he just went back to about 55, and he lays down right on the edge of
Really?
the plot. And I filmed him for 10 minutes, and as soon as shooting light was over, stood back up, fed to about 35. I'm like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me! This is the biggest deer of my life. And I'm just seeing his silhouette at this point, and I'm like, I got to get out of here. And
Yeah.
I'm freezing. So I actually had him come out and just slowly drive out there, and he just pushed him off. And
Smart. I think that's smart.
But you guys know how the winter we had. So basically, this deer actually shed.
Middle of December, wasn't it?
Yeah, he shed like right around Christmas time. I get the cell cam pic of him with one antler, and I FaceTime him like damn near about to cry. I'm like, you gotta be
Game's
kidding.
over.
Season's not over.
I was on him, and yeah, one side, 2 days later, it sheds the other side. Like, you gotta be kidding me. So
How long did you wait to go get his sheds?
we waited a week.
You wait, yeah.
Well, I waited until he shed the other side, and we found. We went out on, what did we find it? Like January 1st, December 31st. I'm like, can't believe we're shed hunting right now.
Yeah,
but,
weird.
Yeah, but we walked the whole thing, and we found it right at the end of this finger. And this was this side, and then we could not find this side. And I'm like, just looking at the grid, and I'm like, I'm thinking maybe it's in the permission farm that I talked about. I got permission. And
Yeah.
then there was this one little section I didn't check. Of course, that's where
Before, yeah.
yeah, one little patch, and I walked it, and of course it was, I think mid-February, and of course they got the beam right there. But
Motherfuckers.
yeah,
It's still in great shape.
yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
you should I should have brought the other match set, but it's like damn near identical. It's really sweet.
Get
So-
some 3-part epoxy and fill that.
Yeah, I know. I should.
That way it don't break.
But it would be so cool to shoot this deer because I got 2 match sets off him, and the history. I've got a lot of videos.
How old do you think he is?
Based off of last year's sheds, he still carries the mass all the way through. I think he'll be 7,
7.
6 or 7. I don't know. I don't want to be like
It's a
that guy.
stud
that's, like,
set.
the
He's got
expert.
great color too, man.
Yeah. I was
Great
lucky
color.
because I found him early because he shed early. But
Dude, that's impressive, man. You guys are on these deer.
yeah,
You guys really are.
Last year's set too, like him laying right next to each other in a cornfield.
Yeah.
This one was probably like 300 yards apart. But
You
yeah,
almost killed him that year.
what?
We were coyote hunting that night before, and we saw him with our scopes, and we're like, well, that's a big deer.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, we're good dudes because we had him in our night scopes. I literally have film of him just eating.
Good thing you take the medication Buzz Bracafan. It's a 6 time a day anal depository. It keeps you honest.
Yeah.
If the real OGs know that reference from the podcast, you're listening back in the
It's been a long time ago.
That's like in the 200, maybe 200.
No, I bet you. Were you on the podcast when we
Yeah.
did that? You were on the podcast when we did that. I told these guys, the Team Vital guys, about at dinner about our fake medication ad we did.
We did quite a few ads like that.
The Sarah McLaughlin one.
Yeah, the Sarah McLaughlin. If you know, you know. We don't need to talk about it.
Go back and listen.
I've been harsh enough on this episode.
I do want to show you. I actually got really lucky this year. I shot a buck October 1st.
This last season?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it. You guys are, I'm impressed, man.
I thought he was fucking with us. When
Yeah,
said
he
really?
called us, and I was
not
like,
that-
"There's no way."
He's not that big, but he's old.
Who
He's
cares?
he's older than time.
That's what matters.
He's like I
Nice Sika.
I mounted him because he was an early
I
October.
knew,
you
I
are
knew
a
Doug was
fuckboy.
going to say something.
Oh, yeah. Big old fat body.
He is an early October Cape, so I wanted to mount him brought him to the taxidermist, and he's like, dude, this deer is like 7 or 8 years old.
Oh, really?
He said he was missing teeth and everything, so it
Nice.
was cool. It was perfect.
Dude, early October capes, you get a buck with white markings like that. His
Oh, he's
whites are
gorgeous.
vibrant. Beautiful buck. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, he's
Dude, I killed a buck October
Mass,
8th.
heavy
Very
sucker.
similar to that
Yeah.
deer, you know,
It was
like
sweet.
bright white. What's cool about the buck I shot in
probably a
October
baby to you.
looks just like that. Dude, you can't show that dude deer.
He's like, I would have passed.
Beautiful buck, big old heavy.
My life,
thank you.
my hunting experience is showing Austin deer and feeling judged. I'm just kidding. You don't. You don't. You don't
He just,
judge.
he always just, it's nice.
Yeah, yeah. Good buck for a fag.
My kid might shoot that.
Yeah, yeah.
I shot a 140s buck last year.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't even.
Oh, I've shot smaller. Fuck you.
Oh, I'm with a 160, but no big deal.
But the mature old hog I shot that wasn't that big. I took his cape and he's getting mounted on my dad's the Geyer buck replica.
Oh,
So
okay.
early October cape
Wow.
like that.
Yeah,
So
that's cool.
It'll be pretty. But no, that's a beautiful cape. Man.
Yeah.
In them old bucks, man, they're not. I mean, that 8.5-year-old I shot. I mean, he scored what
35.
135.
Yeah.
But he's
doesn't-
8.5, man.
It doesn't
It-
matter. It's the old hog.
He's an old deer.
Age is the best.
Oh, yeah.
I'll shoot anything that's old.
Here's the thing, dude. No
You
matter
can
how
outsmart
often we
an old one.
podcast, this will always come up. You can shoot a buck that's 10 years old, 7 years old, 5.5, whatever age, and he could be 135.
Yeah, it's
You know,
fine.
it's just
Just
the
what
way
they
it
are.
goes.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. Like, not every deer. Was it you, Austin, or it was you or Ross, or maybe Clark Cummings was talking to me? Is like, okay, most bucks want to be like 130 to 140.
That's an average old deer.
Yeah,
Yep.
anything above that is kind of a freak of nature.
Yeah. You look at the 180s and 90s, those are the Josh Bomars. Those are the fucking freaks.
Yeah, the freaks.
Yeah. But it's like I've had regret shooting some deer, and it's never because they're too old. It's because, man, he was like, he surprised me coming in. He's like tall, tined, looks big. You shoot him and you get up on him and he's a 3-year-old, you know. Those are the deer you have regret on. I'd never have regret over shooting a deer like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you shoot a 6.5-year-old 135 and he's fucking 6-inch bases and 6-inch tines,
That's what you want.
that's a hog. That's a perfect. It's the perfect deer to shoot.
Yep.
He's just not high scoring. You know, it's like the buck I shot early October is like he's not a hog, or he's a hog, but he's not like a hog in the record book.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't have 12-inch tines. He didn't have, 10-inch threes, but he was 6-inch bases, and he was 135 of mass.
Yep.
And the biggest nuts on a deer you ever seen in your life. You measure his nuts, he scored higher.
Dude, if he had that score, holy moly.
Dude,
Booner.
short dick, fat nut. He was a Boone and Crockett balls buck. Like me rolling in there. No dick, all nuts.
What's up?
What's up? But it's all about age,
Yeah.
than it is antler class.
I was honestly in disbelief that a deer of that age was daylighting October 1st. I was like, guys, I might have just shot a 4-year-old. I don't know. I was like,
but a 4-year-old's still a good buck, though.
right. Well, I know. I was just like thinking, like, there's just no way.
But there's the argument that like the old bucks like that
the core
show up like that,
Right.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
It's like, why did the old buck I shot October 8th? It was a cold front for early October. That's where I was, but like, what he was up early. Why?
No, I mean,
No one knows but him.
Yeah,
Bones were getting stiff.
I
He
will
had to
say
move.
he was.
Those old deer move around a little bit more.
No.
Start getting senile.
And I will say, like,
comfortable. I think.
I mean, the property was like really low pressured, and what was really interesting was he was with 2 other bucks. So I don't know if that was, you consider that like still bachelored up or not, but
October 1st, man, it's right on that cusp.
I was really sitting in the stand. I heard like it felt like I was hearing like bucks like tickling their antlers together. I'm like, no way. And then they just came out into my green plot, and it's like a 25-yard shot. But it was just a really unique scenario. But I think that cold weather, I think, is what did it.
It was a weird year for like
Very
cold in October. Cold in October is like the biggest thing, dude.
I wish I could hunt in October.
Yeah, you're farming. Dude, it's that's been my biggest thing the last 3 years of my hunting is like a cold front in October is where I'm capitalizing.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
in last 3 years, that's what it's been.
dude, it's
cold.
been
Yeah.
colder in
'cause-
October.
Yeah, in October, and then you hit November with the rut, where usually it's like fire and everything else, and it's fucking 90 degrees out.
Yeah, it's been weird.
It's been
opposite.
weird the last couple of years.
last 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
I felt weird hunting one of my better spots, but I'm like, the temperature, you just got to do it. And it,
Dude, I can tell
it's
you,
there, it's
you
there.
guys are
Yeah,
ahead
you
of your
gotta go
game
for
for
it.
your age and hunting.
yeah.
I can tell by talking to
well,
you
it's
guys.
because we listen to you.
Yeah,
Damn. Damn. That was good. That was good.
doubled it down. There you go.
That intern position might be open.
Yeah, we're paying $2 an hour.
Yeah.
Better than free.
Quarters.
You get a free lunch every day.
Free lunch to the depot and we'll give you
PB&J.
beer.
I will say, though, footage is epic, though. Going to upload that probably like maybe later this summer, fall.
Yeah.
And
Get everyone amped up for hunting season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I like it.
This year I'm hoping there's a few. I mean, that deer, and I got a deer on my farm. I actually have 3 match sets.
yeah, I don't want to cut you off.
shit.
So
It's
I
all
think
right. No, it's
I want
all
him
right.
to talk about his deer because
yeah.
it's a pretty cool.
His property
if-
is
It's
the luckiest for shed hunting I've ever seen in my entire life.
so it's just an old abandoned cattle pasture. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, if he kills this
Ooh,
deer,
those old cattle
it's gonna
pastures.
be an epic story.
God, they're so good.
Okay.
It's gonna be epic.
I mean, this deer had my number last year. It was probably the worst season I've had, just because I just could not. I mean, I was doing everything right. I was waiting for the right things, and just could not. Just a little backstory though. This is my fourth going on fifth year bow hunting. None of my family's done it. My this is, like I said, it's old cattle pasture, and the way I kind of got introduced to hunting, besides them, was my grandpa almost ran over a big antler with his planter, and he brought it to me, and I was just like, holy shit!
What is this thing?
There's some big ass deer on this property, and so I mean, I remember our first time ever going shed hunting. 5 minutes in, we found a big 7-point side with a split brow.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, dude, do you know what we just found?
It was.
You guys
That's
were
a
together.
fucking unicorn there.
It was 5 minutes into our walk, maybe the first 3 feet of our shed hunt, and I mean, it was from that point on. We're just like, we've struck gold.
No shit.
I was
but,
like, dude,
very
you
cool.
gotta get into
But,
this.
Yeah,
some
yeah.
gold here.
So kind of fast forward a couple years, the property's never been managed for deer. So it's, I mean, there's just does everywhere and stuff. So kind of getting into it, we were able to do some management, implementation of some food plots, really set it up to hold those deer a lot. And
Yeah.
so kind of fast forward a couple years, had some big deer through the years on the Wild Game Innovation cameras back when I started. But
Hey,
When
we've been
Bill
there,
Buzz
man.
was
Yeah,
chugging
We've
along
been
there.
there.
yeah, we've upgraded since then, so it's been a lot better.
The old Tasco cam.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well,
That is a Tasco king
I
right there.
still
Is
run
that a
them.
deer? I don't know.
Just in those worst spots that I'm like, hopefully
just
they
throw 'em
don't
up.
get stolen.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. The Dick's Sporting Goods for Lover for Like special.
yeah.
Yep.
Give
So,
the goddamn guy a beer, Doug. Thank you.
Too, actually.
But yeah, so
Not the last one.
actually 2020, 2019, I get this huge, just clean 10 in velvet, and I mean, he's a young deer. What I thought 3.5.
Yeah.
And I mean, that year we come out and we're hunting all year, and that was when I was kind of dumber. I mean, I was learning from these guys.
Yeah. I mean, you're just figuring it out.
Yeah, and I've, like Gage said, I've learned from all my failures, and I've had some successes, but I can. It's cool to see that all those failures, I'm starting to see more deer. I remember the first year, I called it a good hunt if I saw one deer.
Yeah.
and now I mean, it's hard to not see them.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but anyway, I'm sitting in my stand. It's middle of November, and I'm sitting on this top cornfield, and I see a wall of tines coming, and this deer I call him Young Money. He's a big tan,
Yes.
and
Young Money.
they give me shit all the time
We
for
told
the
them
name.
to say Young Money a minimum of 5, or maximum of 5.
Yeah, this was on a truck ride over there.
Okay.
Like, you cannot do this.
Oh yeah, we're saying it more than
We can say YM if you want.
Yeah, YM, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, he just comes out to the field, and me being the young, arrogant hunter that I am, I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna shoot this deer. And then it kind of hit me. I was like, this thing could be a giant in a few years, and that was a gut wrenching thing. See him, he kind of cut the corner, and I mean, he was at 32 yards. Could have smoked him right there, and
when you passed him.
yeah, some in me. I was,
Yeah, and that would have been his first buck.
that would have been my first buck.
How big do you think
Damn.
this deer was at the time?
It was probably
He's a
130.
3-year-old, 130.
130. So
Holy fuck, and you passed him.
yeah, I don't know what it was, but and then
You're a better
So,
man than me.
Shout out to you,
You're
brother.
brother
Yeah.
man.
Young Money.
but, so yeah, and that shed season, I mean, I saw him a bunch that the rest of that season, and then Alex and I went out shed hunting, and it was probably the craziest day of our lives. We had sheds in the barn. We had a match set in an old hay shed.
What? Hold on, what?
The shed property, or that
In
property,
a hay shed? What do you
we
mean?
have an old
Yeah.
we have
Hold
an
on,
old,
you got to explain that.
So yeah, there's like this abandoned hay shed, and he has this really cool split G3 buck, and he's like, hopefully we find him. So he
Yeah.
finds the one side, and we're just doing circles, and there's like this abandoned hay shed, and I'm like, I'm gonna go walk in there, and no shit, the
other
The
side.
shed's just in there?
Yeah,
Shed in the shed.
What the hell?
You got to be fucking kidding me.
No,
swear
no,
on my
we,
life.
we have pictures. It was
it was in one of our videos.
Hey,
too.
you know
Can't-
what?
Ryan-
That's a smart motherfucking deer there. Because it's colored shit out. Guess what? He's inside.
it has like kind of a dirt floor, and you could see the outline of where he laid down, and then it was down.
There was people actually commenting on the video saying like, "Must be nice to hunt a deer farm or
a deer farm,
planted."
nice
I'm like, no,
nice
bro,
outfitter. And we're like,
Turns out it is nice.
no,
Suck
this
all
deer
our
actually
dicks.
lives in a shed.
But anyway, we're going through this day just picking up sheds left and right, and Alex and I's lazy ass wanted to not walk up the cliff we have on the property that goes back to the house, and we cut across the field, and we're like, might as well just check the field edges, and that was it. I mean, he walks up on it, the set laying right next to each other, almost touching.
Of Young
this
Money.
tall grass.
Of
yeah.
Young Money.
Yeah.
Oh, I hit that other button. Sorry. I accidentally hit that other button. Hold on. Let me make it for that. Okay. Young Money.
We're gonna limit that, but
Hit it again.
Young Money.
so I mean, that was the start of it. We're like, holy shit, this deer has some potential.
Yeah.
And I mean, that
What
next
deer?
year, the Big Ten.
What deer?
Young Money.
There it is.
So yeah, that next season, I was like, I'm gonna kill this deer. It's easy.
What deer?
Easy.
Don't say it.
You're gonna hit the over. I'm gonna.
That's
lose
what
the
I'm
bet.
saying. Yeah.
Come on.
So this 4.5. I mean, I'm saying good first deer. He's gonna blow up, which I'm hoping, having that optimism. And so we put in a bigger plot. We kind of tweak some access. I go and buy a sticks and stands and put it on the edge of this cattle pasture that butts up to my property. And I mean, it's perfect wind. I think it's bulletproof, and I only save it for one occasion. And so that next year, crazy encounters. Obviously, was not able to hunt him just with being at school and just being really.
I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to tip my cap to him because he won't say it. But he actually was on the football team at U of I, and like the amount of time that kid had to put in, and to be able to balance that with hunting, it was damn near impossible. But like the footage that he got, the encounters that he had, very, very impressive for what he was able to do, because like he was just traveling everywhere with his football schedule as a D1 athlete. So I knew you were gonna say it.
D1.
Dude, come on.
D1, baby.
I love it.
That's
Damn.
impressive. That's impressive.
Dude, that is impressive, man.
Yeah.
Like that. I appreciate you adding that in.
100%. So
Yeah, must be nice. Must be nice to do all
I'm
that
surprised
work.
you even got a hunt at all.
Fucking kid's got a piece on him, I bet.
He is tall.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was.
I hope your girlfriend's listening.
Oh yeah, she probably will. Yeah.
Young Money.
But yeah, like you said, it was damn near impossible. We got some great footage of it, and that was the first year of my cell cams. So I mean, every time it was usually I'd come home for a weekend if it was the bye week, and I'd go back and he'd be out that night when I just got
Yeah,
back
of
from
course.
school.
Yeah.
So it's just like
bad luck.
I mean,
That's
right.
how
Hey.
it goes with everyone, man.
It's adding up for a good
Yeah.
story, dude.
I should
And
have
then-
just went out there and killed him.
Yeah. Do that favor.
You should have. You should have.
there's been texts where there's just when are you gonna let us go out and
Yeah.
do the job for you?
Just
So
let us kill this fucker.
You're just on a road game and lose, and then they send you a picture of the dead dude. God damn.
Young Money. Young Money.
Just really pissing your Cheerios.
Just throw a game this year and get home early and kill that deer.
yeah, but yeah, we'll touch on that in a little bit. But 4.5 had tons of footage, tons of trail cam pictures, and then what do you know? We find his match set in a complete opposite corner of the farm, and I mean they were 50 yards apart this time, so it was kind of different than the first time, because the first time they were tickling each other, but then you go to the next year. I mean, I went balls to the walls that next time. I had 1 week to do it 1 week of prep over the summer, because I was at school from May 31st to July. I think it was July 22nd. Had to be back the 29th for fall camp, and I mean, I was there from sun up to sundown, just trying to do everything I could. And so I had a strategy. The past 3 years, I've had a strategy of I'm not going in until he shows up on camera. And because he shows up right around the November 15th, November 16th. and I've charted it. He only shows up on a northwest wind, sets up perfect with a cattle pasture in the back. So I mean, it's bulletproof access too, because I can drive around the whole property in the gator, walk. I think it's like 200 yards, get sweaty and get in the stand. But I mean, so yeah, balls to the walls. Spent a lot of time down there, just kind of talking with them too. What I should do for alternate options, just trying to catch him. So yeah, this past year,
5-year-old,
wait, yeah,
I believe.
5 and
You're
a
on
half.
it, man. You're on it.
5.5. I mean, I have another big buck that I think the neighbor shot this past year, but I call him 5s. He's a big 10. But he shows up from October 1 to about that November 12th, and then it's like they flip. It's like,
Oh, really?
you go in, I'll go out. I'll go to the next property. So you'll never see him on this property
Swapping
together.
hose.
Yeah. So
Switching it up.
so he shows up
Just like Doug.
at night right in front of my camera,
Yo.
and I had just gotten home from I think it was the first bye week of the year, and he shows up on camera. I'm like, I hate hunting mornings, by the way. I don't know what it is. I just scared of the
Yeah,
dark.
they're not as fun.
Scared of the dark, maybe. I don't know. But
Maybe.
I was just like,
Football
Probably.
player. What are they gonna do?
You're a D1 athlete.
we're not going to elaborate on that, all right?
You.
But
You scare the dark.
There was a cougar on his land.
Yeah, okay.
Sure.
Everybody
What's her
in
name?
Illinois.
Well, that's what he told me. He might have showed a picture off
Whose
Google.
mom was it?
Hey, son, send
heard
Doug
you're
in
a
there. He'll take
football
care of her.
D1 athlete.
Where's that football player at?
You getting drafted? What's up?
But yeah, so showed up with a doe on that night, and I went in the next morning, and I had this I think a 3.5. I was getting desperate. I was just like, this is my only time home. I'm gonna shoot him. I texted a video of the rangefinder or the viewfinder to Gage, and I was like, what do you think? And he's like, do what makes you happy. And I was like, oh shit. So
I'm pretty happy.
yeah. So he kind of works out, and then all of a sudden I just hear like this racket, and it sounds like tines hitting brush and stuff, and it's like the sun's hitting it perfectly, and he just comes out of this ditch, and I'm just like, holy shit. And I'm already shaking.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's got steam coming out of his nose. It's one of those foggy mornings. It's so damn cold.
Yeah.
Just like
And,
Jesus himself just walked out.
And so he cuts across the field. Closest shot I had was 52, and for some reason he just comes around, goes down a timber trail I have, and I snort wheezed at him, and then he comes to 15, but he's pinned behind my tree. And this is one of those instances where I could have shot him, but I want to get the camera on him, because you can't see him with
It makes me feel bad.
you can't
fuck.
see him with the camera, but I can see him with the bow, and it's just like,
He knows if he's
Hey,
like,
hey,
hey, I
Kurt,
shot him on
What would you have done?
Shoot that motherfucker.
so yeah, that happens, and he starts to walk away, and then he actually goes away more, and I'm like, fuck it.
He ain't
This
going
might-
away
So
no
I
more.
snort wheeze again, and he comes probably 10 yards from the base of my tree, and I don't think he saw a buck out in the field, so he just kind of trotted off, and I was like, well, shit. So
All right, gun story.
yeah, and then yeah, December 2nd,
Speed across. Yeah.
my strength coach, that was the next time I was able to come home, and my strength coach let me out of the lift 45 minutes late, and it's a 2.5 hour drive home.
Let you out.
Yeah, but so I didn't want to push it, get in the stand, and have deer see us, because we were going down into this bottom ag plot. I mean, Gage is like, dude, we can get in the stand, and
Am I allowed to roast you or not?
say it.
So I was like, listen, dude, like we have the perfect like win. Let's just go to that stand. He's gonna come out in this corn, and he's like, no,
I
sorry.
didn't want to risk it. I didn't.
You didn't wanna risk it.
I was just trying to be.
Conservatively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I didn't want to ruin any chance I had, because I mean, we thought we'd located maybe where he was.
Yeah.
And
So we set up on the edge of the field.
we set up in the edge of
brush.
the field. We're getting busted by a doe or two. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that. But yeah, he comes out, I think 20 minutes till like hunting's done and he's working does, man. Like
Yeah.
he's just running around, mouth open. I mean,
That was the first time I got to see him too.
and I mean, I think he was shaking just as bad as I was.
I mean, look at the shit-eating grin on his face. Goddamn.
but
Can I say it?
yeah,
He was like 30 yards from the stand that I wanted to sit in.
yeah, it would have been a chip shot. So. But
He would
I
have
mean-
showed up there if he would have been in it, though.
yeah.
Just listen to me.
So
Yeah.
So yeah, he was chasing does, and I should have taken the first shot I had at him, but there was some brush in the way, and I didn't.
No, you're playing it right.
And so he gets out to
Probably 175, and
And-
he had my muzzleloader, and
and I
just missed.
I just missed. He didn't know what the hell was going on, and I probably should have set up a little better, and that's something I have to deal with again. But I got another chance at him January 11th. I had what we call a Karen doe blowing at me.
Yes, we're familiar with
She
that.
would not. She would not shut up, and she wasn't even downwind, which was crazy.
Do you know the trick for Karens?
Just shoot them.
No, ask Austin.
You gotta flex that.
Bitch, shut up.
Shut your mouth.
Shut up, bitch.
And I that night he came up right behind me and shot down on him and hit a twig that I did not see because it was at last light, and gave him a nice haircut. And then fast forward to shed season, picked up his match set, touching each other 50 yards from the house.
3
But
years.
Young Money's still alive.
Young Money's still alive. There's
I hit the button again. Damn it. Fat
Actually kinda
finger,
fitting.
stupid.
3 match sets, 3 years of footage. It's got to happen, right?
Yeah.
It's got
I got a similar story to this with a deer I have.
Hold
but
on. How old Young Money right now? How old do we think
He's
he
going
is?
to be 6.5. I think.
6.5. That's old.
You better call this deer nine lives, bro.
Old money.
That
Old
dude's gonna
money
die,
now.
dude.
Yeah.
Old money.
Old money.
Eric,
I'd say about 9 lives because the similar story, but with my neighbor, he did the almost
9
exact same, and he named him 9 lives. So that's just what we call him now. But and then
Did he die or no?
no, he's still alive.
You think he
You're
is?
out of luck.
I think he's
Dude, if
he's
you would
got
have
to
killed
be.
that buck, Doug would have ate that chip through his asshole this year.
Yeah, but he didn't.
What you did?
Safe. Oh man,
I was
Young Money's gonna die. I'm rooting for you.
I hope so.
I'm
So-
invested
Well,
now.
I'm hoping next time we come here, his skull's attached to the antlers. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be,
yes.
it'd be a hell of a story.
Yeah,
I'm
for
excited.
I like this. You're gonna take him to Old Barn Taxidermy, and
And-
you'll have him Euroed in the meantime till he gets done.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
And it would be his first buck. So
So how big do you think he
Holy
was last year?
he's been waiting out that long.
That's
I
the
mean,
thing is like I forget that in this story. Like you hunt like an experienced hunter.
Yeah, but he's dedicated.
You're figuring it out, dude.
Wow. Oh, dude.
How big do you think he was?
I think
Like score wise,
he's,
I think next year will be like 165.
How many think big he was this year?
I think he was maybe
We're like talking about this deer like it's 200 inches, but
That's okay.
Yeah.
No,
but
it
he's
don't matter.
No, he's a great deer though. He's
The
very
story is what builds. Stories make deer.
We'll find out when you kill him.
And you know, it doesn't matter what people think. I mean, it's just like if he does get him, like the accomplishment that he'll feel.
oh my God. Yeah.
It don't matter.
I'm throwing everything out of the stand. The bow, the camera, everything's going out.
Yourself.
Do what I always said I'd do if I killed like the deer I knew I'd never kill a bigger one. You just grab that baby by the bottom limb and just
Spike it in the ground.
and whip it. Just whip it as hard as you can. Watch it go down first.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, if that's your first buck, dude, like my first buck, I have no freaking idea about this deer or anything. I'll never forget that story.
Yeah, you get a build up.
You got to build up. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. It's going to be so much
which makes
better.
it harder, and it's definitely a lot of pressure.
Makes
but-
it harder.
but- Yeah.
because it would not be the advice I'd give to a hunter that's never killed a buck. I'd be like, I'd do the old climb the ladder story that I always give. Like build yourself up to that because your situation now coming into this next season is way heavier
Yeah.
than it should be for your first buck. Like he comes in at 15, 20 yards. You got a situation on your hands that is heavy for most
Yeah,
people.
3
but it's
years of pressure
Twice as heavy
on
for
your
you never
shoulders.
killing a buck.
Yeah.
So
Can I give you a little bit of advice? If he comes in at 15 yards again, fuck that camera and shoot that prick.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
say that.
And
Shoot that prick.
hey, Fuck the camera. We'll give you a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll make
And,
up for it. Hey, if you don't get the kill on film, we'll come and do a podcast. You guys film it with your cameras.
Boom.
There's your episode.
Done.
How's that?
Okay.
Perfect.
Is that a
sounds
deal?
good. Yeah, that
Is that a
sounds
deal?
good.
and
Film the recovery, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
kind of a twist, not to get any kind of deep or anything, but so earlier this or late winter, I'd say I had stopped playing football, so I'll have a lot more time to hunt, which will be exciting. Due to a medical condition I found out I had, but I'm just excited for the next big thing, and this is going to kind of contribute to the story, and I feel like there's meaning behind those misses too.
There is.
Hey.
There was a bigger plan. Between
I wasn't
those
fist
misses.
pumping to a medical condition. I was fist pumping to a breakfast.
Yeah, for sure. I got you. Yeah.
Hey, Young Money's
He's
the
like-
next big thing,
He's
dude.
like, you know, a medical condition. I'm like,
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, you're gonna hunt more.
Yeah.
He had like a double hernia or something.
I've already had double hernia surgery and torn adductor and all kinds of fucked up.
I don't
not
want people to
dying.
think.
What?
I feel like you
You're
should
not dying.
clarify. No, he's not dying.
No, I'm just fine. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I just gotta stop.
Listen, here's the thing. It's
He,
like,
he just says he's scared of the dark.
if you're gonna,
That's what it is.
damn,
I got no condition. I'm
You
scared
can't
of the
play
dark.
night game. You can't play night
I can't
games.
play night games.
Damn.
fear is this medical condition.
Sorry.
No, it's like, hey, here, look at it this way, dude. Like, you're either gonna go NFL, right, from D1, right? And then, like, you get drafted. Is
Yeah.
that like the thing?
Yep.
You go to like professional sports. I don't know shit about sports, or you get an internship with one of your boys to hook you up,
Yeah.
and you're in the
right.
game, and then you think that's for your life forever.
Exactly.
And then we own you.
Yep. That's how it works. And then I'm part of a cult.
You're a cult.
Yeah, it's that easy.
And then we introduce you to Lee Hurt, and then it's all over.
Yeah, it's like an
downhill
NFL team, but way less cool and way more obligation.
Way less money, too.
Way less money, way less women.
Next thing you know, we're hunting Young Money.
No.
Young money.
Boom.
That's a good story, man. I hope you kill him.
Yeah.
I hope you kill him. Rooting for you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Boys, this has been a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was fun. I think listeners, if they have our committed listeners, for sure listen to this whole thing. So shout out to you guys. But I hope they check you out. I hope they see what you guys are about, especially for your age and like the commitment and the passion you guys have. I think you guys have proved almost 2 hours. You guys are really in this for the right reasons.
Right.
And that makes me happy, especially you guys being so close. So I'm looking forward to more
Dude,
podcasts.
it's honestly refreshing.
So
Yeah,
refreshing.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
So we're becoming old heads in the game,
We are, man.
Ah, damn.
as the kids would say. Doug's still
Young at heart.
not
but-
married, but he's getting pussy. So what's
the
up? Young money.
I think Doug and Gage are very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, look at it. Hey, grow a mustache.
Yeah, come down.
I had one.
Come down to Champagne, and he'll teach you the ropes in the bars.
No, don't. Okay.
Yeah, you'll get dad's
You'll
numbers.
teach me.
You'll get numbers to dad's.
Son.
It's been a hell of
Let
an
me show you how it's
episode.
done. See that fat girl over there? She's mine.
Dibs.
Yeah.
Dude, you have no idea I'm an animal.
Nothing's off limits.
If that
then
ever
he keeps
happens,
wanting
hey,
me.
invite him down, but you got a fucking video of the whole thing.
Make a
Strap a GoPro to his chest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Team Vital
Jesus.
Hunt series. Team Vital at the bar series.
Doug on the hunt.
Guest series. Doug.
It's a bad win tonight.
Hey, we had you on our show, have us on your show.
Yeah.
That's only fair, right?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
All right. Well, where can people find you guys? Like, plug it all, even your personal socials if you want.
Yeah. So Team Vital TV on Instagram. We post a lot of just like live updates, I guess, of pictures, videos, things that's been going on off season. Successful hunts, things like that. And then YouTube is where we post our videos, like we said. A lot of awesome hunts on there. I don't even know how many episodes we have. Probably close to 50. So
Cool.
And I mean, from season 1 all the way to where we're at now, you can see the progression of where we've gotten better and things like that.
Sure.
But yeah.
Cool.
Your personal, so
Yeah.
the women can follow you.
There you go.
Follow your throw out your personal.
There's so many women that listen to this.
Yeah,
shit. Swimming in it.
Flooded.
90% women that listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to all you ladies out there, Gage, Gage Mill 77 is my Instagram. Snapchat's the same as well.
Oh, damn. You should not have said that.
That's not
You're
good.
giving a bunch of dudes now.
bunch of DPs
That was
on there.
Chris Brackett added you on Snapchat.
I've never
Listen,
done that.
faggot.
That's
You're talking shit.
You're gay, not me. He's all upset. Continue on. Get the personals out.
My Instagram's Alex Owens 2121. So
And then,
Snapchat, Tinder,
I got a girl.
Grinder. Okay, checking,
I can give Gage a grinder though.
checking. But my Grinder is. I got a girl, but I don't have a guy. Shout out to all you Bud Light drinkers.
you got farmland.
Got farmland.
my personals, _Lucas_ Altshouse. That was a high school.
Dude, I
thing.
wish it was
Sorry.
Young Money. So.
Oh,
It needs to be.
Hey, change it. Change it.
yeah.
Young Money, Young Buck. Something. There's something there.
Something like that.
Okay.
Maybe we'll change it tonight.
After you kill that buck, you
Yeah,
change it.
that's for sure.
Okay. Austin, you want to give out you're old now? You want to give out your Instagram for the ladies?
Shit, I don't even use that anymore.
Damn.
I'm getting
dude.
so old. I don't even use the socials.
People have been
anymore.
asking about you.
I just ghosted.
You did ghost.
Tired of all them women hitting you up.
No, not that. Just tired of all of it.
All them dudes.
All the dudes.
Everybody's drinking Bud Light, and I'm just like, peace. I'm out.
Can't do it anymore.
Hey, Kurt, by the way, I sent you a Facebook friend request probably 6 months ago.
I'm the worst, dude.
Nah, that's cool.
I'm the
You
worst.
accepted Alex's, but
Friends
not
with me,
mine.
but not Gage.
He had a WCB hat on his profile picture. Okay. Did you have it on your profile? So, all right. In my defense, real quick, you make it seem like you can't close out and make me look like a dick man on the show.
Celebrity, it's cool. I get
No.
it.
So Lee Herr was in the studio yesterday. We did a Deercast episode on gaining hunting permission, and he's like, "Hey, how do you do your Facebook requests?" And Facebook for me is different. I just don't look at my requests. Like Instagram is where I'm at.
I don't either.
But I feel
so
guilty.
many.
Like, what's the fine line? Because when I scroll through, you guys add everybody, Doug and Eric.
I don't need more.
And I'm weird about it because
I'm
like
just like,
my
yeah,
kid.
whatever.
So I skip through people, or I just don't see them because I have my kids on Facebook. I don't post my kids on anything else, you know.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
it's not that I don't like you; it's just
You
that
don't
I haven't seen it.
You don't post the
understandable.
fame on the gram because
Oh,
you're too
dude,
famous.
I'm trying to get these hoes. I don't want to see my wife and kids, dude. Trying to see these fat girls on the Instagrams. Where all them fat girl hunters at? What's up? You know, my wife says fat girls love me, and I love them back. And she doesn't know that until she listens to this podcast. And I love you, honey. That doesn't mean that you're fat.
She's not gonna listen.
Just means I scored big. She listens sometimes. She listens too often, probably.
oh boy.
You're the best, honey. Fat women are gross. All right.
I do want to say,
Yeah.
I appreciate I think on behalf of us, we appreciate what you guys do for the industry. It's just really cool. I'm not trying to stroke you guys off, but
Please do.
it's, it's just really
Continue.
cool. I feel like you've really just brought the hunting community closer, and just not trying to go down a rabbit hole, but I went public land mule deer hunting in Nebraska this year, and we go to this camp and we don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And they got a WCB hat on.
No kidding.
We build a report over that. Next thing you know, we're drinking beers over a fire. We're telling hunting stories.
That's awesome.
And his name is Brandon. I'm sure he's an avid listener, so he'll hear this right now.
Shout out to
But
Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon
Cheers,
from
Brandon.
Missouri. And I just think it's just really cool. And there's just so much there can be a lot of negativity in this industry. There's so much maybe fake or I don't know what you want to call it. But hunting is just about keeping it real,
That's right.
drinking beer, telling stories, and I don't know. I just I've always wanted to tell you guys that I just appreciate what you guys do, and
Thanks, man.
it's just been awesome.
thank you.
It's been great,
That's
and
nice
we
of
really
you.
appreciate this opportunity.
Well, we're glad to have you guys, and we appreciate what you guys do, and it makes us feel happy talking to dudes like you. There's hope for the continuing, I guess. But too, it's man, what we say, a lot of it's controversial, and it seems like we're talking shit, but we're just having fun, man.
Yeah,
and we really even Chris Brackett, if you're listening, dude, we really don't mean anything by it, dude. We're fucking off.
Yeah.
If you know why we're joking, we're having fun, right? We genuinely we don't hate anybody. It's all jokes. It's all love. We want this community built up together, and that's why I love being able to talk to guys like you. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you saying that, man, and the support. And I'm glad you guys are local because we get to do this more and more.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, honestly, it's refreshing, like I said earlier, but you kind of remind us of us back in the day, when we
Yeah.
started this project and everything.
Almost
So,
10 years ago.
almost 10 years ago. So, I mean, keep at it. You guys are doing it good. So,
yeah,
keep at
appreciate
it.
God damn.
Awesome. Check out Team Vital YouTube. Don't forget, what's the YouTube video they're going to comment on?
Daily Double.
Daily Double. Comment, hey, WCB, something. Doug's smirking. Say just something about WCB. We're going to pick you guys will pick a winner.
Yeah.
We'll do it a month from launch. We'll give you 30 days. Get in there, support these guys. Just like the post, comment, listen on WCB. We'll do a giveaway. Merch, Grizzly cup of some kind with our brand on it.
Yep.
Just to show appreciation
pack.
for doing what we do. Minimal effort for
Shirt, hat, sticker pack.
yeah, a little bit of love, and maybe you guys can match that with what you guys got going on too, and we'll shout it. So, all right, guys, appreciate you so much. WorkingClassBowhunter.com, every podcast platform. Check us out on Deercast, and you know what to do. Go shoot your bow. We love you. Peace.